Boom, back, another episode, Squeeze the Neck podcast. Today I got with me Rodrigo Fernandes. Thank you very much for doing this, mate.
Thank you.
And we are at the lovely BJJ Dojo in Berlin.
Yes.
Very grateful to have been invited down by Rodrigo. So thanks for having us, man.
Thank you for also inviting me for that. So I just slept 3 hours, right? So I'm just a little wobbling with my words, but let's try to make a good.
We'll have a good conversation. We'll have some fun today. So we're in Berlin, obviously, but this accent is not from Berlin, man. Where are you from?
Yeah, I was born not in Berlin, but in Belém. So almost sounds exactly the same. When I say I'm from Belém, people say like you are from Berlin. No, Belém is a city in Brazil. It's like northern Brazil. This is where the Gracies originally came from, and this is where also this, Conde Koma Matsumaeda,
Of course, yeah.
the Japanese immigrant that was traveling around the world and doing martial arts contests, the whole story. That's where he settled in, and that's where he also lived his life and died. So and I got brainwashed into his name, Conde Koma Maeda. Maeda was in the air in my childhood, So that's a beautiful place. It's very different from
Special
Berlin.
place, very historic place.
Yeah, very historic place. Yeah. There is a magic in the air there as well that is difficult to reproduce with words, but it's there. And I could feel I could say like a spirit of jiu-jitsu there, like in that environment and that neighborhood is very interesting.
Nice, man. So we spoke briefly off camera about sort of when you started jiu-jitsu, you did some judo, whatever. But take us through your childhood, man. What age were you when you found martial arts, and how did it start?
Yeah, I was very, very young. I can't really. I just recall first sessions was everybody was big, like all the kids were very, very big, and my coach was just grabbing me by the jacket like this and raising me in the air. So I was just learning to roll and doing falls, brick falls, and remember the first throw I was learning. I was the ogoshi, the nosotogari, some classic judo throws, like 5, 6-year-old. And I remember the Olympics was 92. There was a Brazilian world Olympic champion, Aurelio Miguel, and it boosted the confidence of everybody. I remember that at that moment, every kid was like wanted to be a judo.
And this is judo. This is before jiu-jitsu even. Start with judo.
Exactly. So I came from judo because also in the 90s, jiu-jitsu wasn't really nicely seen in Brazil. There was, before that, the 70s and before that, there was like this more like the Gracies. They had some diplomats, some like important students, but then there was like a dark phase of jiu-jitsu, I could say, the end of 80s and 90s, where jiu-jitsu fighters were just associated with people fighting in clubs. So the parents they didn't want kids to.
So street fighting, you mean?
Yeah, street fighting, exactly. So the parents didn't want to have kids fight jiu-jitsu. So they just said, okay, you go to judo, right? But I was doing always a little bit undercover. I was watching Royce Gracie fighting, doing this. And I was a fan, and then I was training in a garage with some friends. And then ground was my thing anyway. Every time in the judo class, like, ground, yes, Nivasa, wow, let's go. Oh, throwing again, oh, all right, let's do it. Oh, my back hurts, can I just lie, And so that's how it was at the beginning. But I guess I officially started training jiu-jitsu in 2001. I was around, I guess, 16, yes, 2001. And then I fought my first competition 2 months later in 2002. December 2001 started. March 2002, I was my first competition. Yeah.
Nice.
I still remember that day. Yeah.
And that was in Brazil, I'm assuming.
Yeah, it was very hot. I still remember that day. It was good. I went through to the opponents. I just bulldozed them. No mercy. I don't know why. I just it was crazy, but I got that feeling, like of being in the now. Right, and it was for me the moment that I realized this can change my spirit,
Now I'm assuming you come from Brazil. Football, or any American listeners, soccer, is enormous, right? So in my lifetime, when I grew up as a kid, when you thought of football in terms of international, Brazil was always number one.
Yeah, I remember also having some memories from football, but I was more interested in fighting. I also, yeah, well, I tried football once when I was in school, but then I was so bad because I was putting kids on the ground at the time. I wanted always this physical contact, and I was always being expelled, you know.
Ah,
So they say
okay.
like you're not for
So
football.
no football for you.
No football for you. You
Never
are my
mind.
guy, like I'm a rugby or jiu-jitsu guy or judo, you know.
Yeah, so you
That's
stuck with that.
that stopped.
Yeah,
Yeah,
nice. So if we fast forward, like obviously we're here in your great facility in Berlin. So when did you come to Berlin? What brought you here? And then we sort of track back and we talk about your jiu-jitsu journey a little more.
yeah. I started. I came here first 2009. So I came as a master student. I had nothing to do with jiu-jitsu, right? It was just an accident. Actually, was my plan B because nothing worked in my life. So I ended up doing jiu-jitsu.
Wow. But you're already a black belt at this time, I take it.
No, was purple belt.
Oh, okay.
Was a long time purple belt. When I
Nice.
came to Berlin, I was a long time purple belt already. Yeah,
Nice.
I was just came from for master's degree.
Yeah.
Yeah, engineering. I had a certain path in my life that would say, okay, do what your parents say and be an engineer and work for Siemens, you know, do something like
Yeah.
that. And it was working until I arrived in Berlin. And you know, this city messes up with you somehow, you know, like in a good way, I mean. Uh, and then changed my life course for the best, I believe, you know. So it was always in me. This jiu-jitsu was always in me. So it was just like I just got out of the closet here, right? So in Brazil, I was more following the rules and doing the studies to become an engineer and all these things. So when I arrived, I was searching for a place to train jiu-jitsu. I had no intention of teaching jiu-jitsu whatsoever. It wasn't my thing. Teaching, what? But then I came and people were very nice, very receptive back then. There was a very, very small community. There was almost nobody really here. And then I ended up also teaching in this club. And I liked teaching. And then I said, wow, and people like also when I teach, and I like teaching people. So I guess I can change my life path, and yeah, that 2010.
It's amazing. It's a common story, isn't it? You hear that a lot of people didn't want to start, teaching, but they just, things start going, and before you know it, they've got their own school and they're fucking.
Exactly,
It is what it
that's
is.
what happened. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm very happy that it ended up being like that, right?
Uh-huh.
I'm very happy that I always say there was a uh, because the path that I should go didn't work, you know. So I ended up being a jiu-jitsu teacher, but it doesn't mean that is bad. It means that's awesome that it
Of
didn't
course,
work.
yeah.
You know
I
what I
mean, engineering sounds great, right? But I know people that do like that kind of things, architects, doctors. But they as soon as they start realizing what day to day looks like, it's fucking hard work. It's boring,
Exactly,
isn't it?
hard work. I worked two weeks as an engineer.
Weeks.
2 weeks.
So there's tip of the day. If you're an engineer, forget it and just do jiu-jitsu.
Just do jiu-jitsu,
You'll be
exactly.
happier. Rodrigo said so.
Exactly. Your life will improve. That's what happened to me. I just came to a realization I was living someone else's dream, not mine.
Yeah.
So
It's common though, right? You hear it a
yeah,
lot.
it's very very common.
But what about BJJ Dojo, mate? Was this your first gym or we moved on?
Yeah, well, I started teaching at this place, right? But our coach back in the day was Ulf, was a very very talented guy, and for some reason, life problems, he just stopped teaching, you know. And then we all spread around. So some of my friends that are also in BGG Academy, for example, right? So they spread around in the scene, and I went also took my path as well on my own, and then I've been teaching in other clubs while I was, while I was still. Well, that is something about you making that decision, that commitment, and say, okay, I want to do this 100%. You know, I was still like, maybe it's not for me. Maybe I should go back into, the fear of maybe it's not the right path. So it took me a few years to figure that out. I didn't have like a mentor or somebody who said, "Come on, you can do it." So I had to really get to that night, of the soul that you have been confronted with different. So then I decided to open BJJ Dojo. Was 2021 after the pandemics, because then actually I was opening this in 2018, 19, and then the pandemics came. And then I said, stop.
Not many people training jiu-jitsu then.
Yeah, exactly. Let me wait for the right moment, and then I opened the dojo in 2021. Yeah.
Nice. And we're in the facility now. What sort of people train here, mate? Do you have normal people, or is there fighters here? What sort of vibe we got?
Yeah, I make the sure that we have families here mostly.
Nice.
I think, and this is an advice for every coach, I believe, and gym owner, you should invest in the kids. Like, yeah, having adults, they have a community, they have the vibes, they we become friends. It's fun, it's nice. But I when I think about the really like the work that I have to do is with the kids and their parents, you know. So I bring their parents, and then I say to the parents, okay, bring your kids, and then we make a nice discount for families, you know. So to create that vibe,
Yeah,
that's for
it's
me
nice
the
when the
most.
kids come up, because there's a guy from my school. I started jiu-jitsu at a time, and shout out JJ, young JJ. I think he's 17 now. Me and him started jiu-jitsu the same month, but you know, he was fucking 7 and I was like a grown man type thing, you know. And to see him, like, there's photos of him like down here, and now all of a sudden he's fucking 6 foot, like 90 kilos strong, and you know, he's blue belt, he's doing his thing. So it's amazing to see when you see him come through. But if we go back to sort of like when you're coming through, you're getting your sort of brown belts, black belts. This is in Berlin, right?
Yeah, I've been to Brazil as well.
Oh, okay.
I was back and forth. I was here, living here. I had my apartment and everything here, but I was mostly, not mostly, but most of times like in Brazil, 6 months in Brazil, and like training there as well. So I did got my brown belt here from Wolf back in the day, because yeah, we had a very good relationship, and I was copying his style. Many of the things I was doing was thanks to him. He shaped a lot of my jiu-jitsu back in the day. But then I had I can say like a relationship, a special relationship with my first coach, you know, that is Hamilton Caminha, you know. And the guy who also helped me out a lot in Brazil when I was just broke, he was allowing me to jump on the window and train for free, you know, because he was working in the gym.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, come on, I'm outside like at the sidewalk and watching you guys training. Come on, jump. And then it was, yeah, I was thinking about him all the time. And I also said yeah, okay, you are a good coach. You know, I like you, but there is only one person I want to get my black belt from. It's from that guy, and it worked. I was there once in a while visiting my family, you know, and then they lived in Fortaleza. We left Belém for long ago. Fortaleza is another city. I was training with very, very tough guys there, like Daniel Beleza, also world champion many times, multiple times European champion. He just destroyed me all the time. So then I went back there, and then I got awarded my black belt. Yeah.
At home, so it's special, right?
Yeah,
From your
home.
coach.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's nice, man. But what have you ever dived into MMA, or are you strictly jiu-jitsu?
No, to be honest, I didn't never. I don't have this. Didn't have this. I don't know, this drive or this. Not that I don't like MMA. Really, I think awesome. I trained many times. I trained people that fought MMA as well, right?
Nice.
Here around the scene in Germany, I train with them a lot. I like the game. I like to ground and pound, and I like to put my jiu-jitsu in test when somebody's.
Nice.
I really like that. But I didn't feel the need for fighting. You know, maybe it's not because it's not my main goal. You know, like people have different goals in life, right? My main goal wasn't that, but I really enjoy.
No, because
MMA.
there's a special Brazilian in MMA right now. You know, I'm going to talk about, like, we'll bring it back later. But Alex Pereira, did I say that right? Pereira, light heavyweight champion. Alex Pereira.
I'm out.
Oh wow!
I'm
Okay,
out.
you're out.
I'm out, man. I just taking care of my kids. I don't even watch anything.
Well, that blows
Yeah,
some of my
man.
questions later. Huh?
This is a mess. But when you have 2 kids, you know, like small.
I bet they train jiu-jitsu, or they're too young.
They're too young for that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just like people come also like in the jiu-jitsu scene now. You see that guy, and I was like, I don't know. And they're like, you don't know him? He just got the gold medal, world champion. know.
No, you don't know. Yeah, I got you.
I can't, you know. That's.
But how about you, man? Are you still competing, or what's your competition history?
Yeah, I was competing on before COVID,
Yeah.
and then my last competition was European 2020.
Okay.
And then I was out in the quarterfinals for the champ. The guy just smashed everybody in the division.
Uh-huh. What division is this? What weight are we talking?
Back in the days, I was like, I came from feather to lightweight,
Yeah.
and now,
But you're still in shape, right? You still look good now.
yeah, I'm training.
Yeah.
I train with my students here, with visitors, with guests
Yeah.
who come. Many good people come around,
Mm-hmm.
to on the open mats, and I roll. So I keep my jiu-jitsu in shape.
Yeah.
My jiu-jitsu is not at all outdated.
Yeah.
If you guys think they're outdated, just come and roll.
Yeah, yeah.
So,
Come roll, come feel
exactly.
it.
So I'm in a pretty good shape.
Yeah. Nice.
But I feel I miss that competitive drive. Maybe come later in the future when the kids are growing again.
Yeah. I mean, you're still young, right? How
Yeah,
old are you
exactly.
now?
39.
39.
I'm like,
Hey,
yeah,
hey,
yeah.
hey.
I will
39 is
go.
the new 29, bro.
I'll go master 3. Yeah.
Yeah, that's good. But so in terms of jiu-jitsu here at your school, is it mostly gi, no gi, or have you got a mix of both?
So we got a mix. I see the 2 crowds coming around. People that want mostly learn only no gi, others
Really?
want no only gi.
Even from the beginning, they want to train no
Even
gi.
from beginning, they already
Yeah,
have this
wow.
this idea already. I don't know who is shaping their minds. Maybe it's social media, whatever. So for me, a person, I believe you should be complete. You know,
Yeah.
you should train both. Like I come to open mat and I just have my nogi outfit under my pants, you know, and then I train and then somebody comes like shows up. Okay, let me take out my so to show that I can do nogi, you know. So and then I see a guy like a black belt comes. I never saw him with a gi. Put my trousers again. Just sit in the corner, you know, like hey, come on, you want to fight? So you have to be complete. Like
I think so.
and I feel like many people that just train one style. I don't know what happens to them, but they don't seem to be much better. Like I think they should be better than they. What I mean is that I train both styles, and then there is somebody that shows up and says, "Yeah, I just train no gi, and I'm no gi guy, and it's no gi black belt." Okay, let's train, and then it's like, so I expect you to be way better than that, you know, or just the guy who comes with the gi. No, I never did no gi. I just do gi. Okay, so what's going on, you know?
Yeah.
So this freedom of mind, I think, is very important. Also, train ground and pound MMA. You know, train. If somebody's hitting you, what are you gonna do in your guard? You know.
Yeah.
Some people don't. Some black belts they have no clue, man. It's so sad. They just put them down, pin them on the corner like this, punch. They get like completely confused. They don't know how to stop. They
Yeah.
say, but this is not allowed. Come on, man. Yeah, but this is jiu-jitsu, man. Adapt. You know.
Yeah. It's allowed out there, right? It's allowed
It's
on the street.
allowed
Exactly.
outside. You know, just be flexible in your mind to solve that situation, man. Get out of this is what a black belt means for me, at least. You know.
Mm-hmm.
You are able to face the unknown, you know, have courage, face the unknown and solve the problem, you know.
Yeah,
like,
yeah. I agree. Like to me, my style, I feel like gi and no gi aren't that different. You know, if you're performing jiu-jitsu the right way, you
Correct.
you should be able to adapt it to either. To me, you know, unless you're sort of like a spider guard player and you play a lot with the grips, then you go to no gi. It's a bit tricky, right? But
Exactly.
for me, and you tell me what your experience is. I think they both help each other, man.
Therefore, I totally agree with you. They both help each other. Like,
Yeah.
there's no, I don't know. Uh, I did some judo. Yeah, I'm not good at judo at all, you know, but I did some judo when I was a kid and teen. And I ever did wrestling. But I told the story right. Just put down the wrestling coach on the ground, and the guy gets
Tell the
really
story because it was off camera.
Yeah,
Tell the
like
story.
somebody, you know, not
We don't have
tell
to
the
mention
name.
names.
Yeah, I just went to visit a gym, and there was a very good wrestling coach there, and just put him down, doing like this. What's the name when you were inside King on the Hill or something like
Yeah,
this?
King of the Hill. Yeah, yeah. Person stays on in the middle.
In the middle,
Yeah.
just and then I had to take them down. I was taking down people, like many British guys, just put him down. Just had the same trick, put him down the same way, ankle picking, boom, 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 boom. And then the wrestling coach came. I just tricked him as well. He just sat, touch his butt on the ground. He was really, really, really angry at me. You know, he got that hateful eyes, and he just came back. And then was keep taking people down, but there was a voice in my head, this intuition, right? Call it whatever you want. Rodrigo, stop it now. Stop it. I came to the coach and said, okay, let's stop now. I want to take a break. Do one more. And then I say, come on, no, do just one more. And then you go take your break. And then who was on the like to train with me was that guy again. It's a very, very massive, like, he's not tall, but he's like,
Built like the Hulk. I know he is. Yeah.
yeah, you know who this guy is. He just, I don't know how, in 3 seconds, just injured me. Like, yeah, because I was like, okay, I don't want to like that's the wrong attitude. If you say, okay, I go one more round, then you go one more round, bro. You have to go one more round. I was like, come on, okay, maybe just take me down. I don't care. That was the wrong mindset. And then that's the moment I got injured. Yeah.
That's it. Tip of the day, kids. If you say you're done, don't do that extra round. That's when you always get hurt and get injured.
Don't go there. Yeah. But if you say you're gonna do it, just do it. But do it. Just
Do it properly.
Do properly. Don't like, oh, come on, yeah, whatever. This is wrong.
Well, I always find I get little injuries too. When you do like a flow roll, when you're kind of loose, that's when you always fuck your elbow or something, right?
Exactly,
Where
man.
you've always got to be switched on and do your thing.
Yeah, I just stopped with this as well, like this flow roll or whatever. I that 10 years. Just like 10 years ago, but for my jiu-jitsu life, like 10 years is nothing. Like, because I remember that guy who came, the black belt who came and said, like, yeah, let's just do flow roll. It's like, what is flow roll? I'm Brazilian, I don't know what flow roll. And he was just like doing very smooth with me. No, I was doing very smooth with him, and suddenly he just jumped my guard like a peasant, felt with the shoulder on me, and I was like, what is going on? Took my neck. I was like, what is this?
Yeah.
And then from that moment I understand, okay, so you are tricking me into that.
Yeah.
Some other people, they show up and they say, oh, I'm so tired, let's go,
Oldest trick in the book, huh?
yeah, and then they mount you like, come on, what is this, man?
Well, what I find as well with lower belts, especially big guys, they'll start rolling, do the flow roll. If they get to a good position, bang, 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 a million miles an hour, and they're trying to rip your head off. And it's like, hey,
Exactly,
yo,
come on, guy.
what are we doing?
Exactly, dial down, man. It's like, yeah, but nowadays I don't care, right? I like also very intensive. I like very, very aggressive sparring. I am very thankful if somebody just puts all what they have on me. It's fine, because then it is allowing me to do the same. So if I can express, see, jiu-jitsu is art, né? You express yourself in different ways. Né? I can express the artist, the flow guy, like I train with Ido, right? Right? Very soft, like you like doing tai. I call like doing tai chi, like you're like not even. You're just use your breath, right? Keeping that. I love training like that. If I have somebody to train like that, it's amazing, right? But let's face truth. People come not with that intention. They come with intention to prove themselves something, and that's a problem. Yeah, they wanna. They have some insecurities inside, and they wanna show themselves that they are some special. So don't show on you, right? You defend yourself. You show them no. You can show this with somebody else, not with me. You want to do hard, then we do hard.
Yeah.
Then they like, professor, and that's the moment where they call professor. It's like, come on, guys.
They start bowing again.
Yeah. Who's professor? Come on, do we need to get to that level, man?
Yeah, not today. Yeah, no.
Yeah, like.
But what's your rule? So if you get like a big white belt come in, for example, big guy, bang, 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 he's gonna roll with you. How do you take it?
I discipline. I also say the Dolores that he's also coaching us here now, coaching the students here. If somebody comes like that, you're gonna show contain. You're gonna take the beast like a horse. So there's a potential there, like a big guy, like with a lot of energy. There's a potential there, potential to be a champion, potential to be somebody much, So you have, but it's like a horse, a wild horse. You have to calm down, beast, calm down. And then when you tame them, and they like start smiling, like when you're sparring with them, like they can't do anything with you. Like now you are mine. Okay, breathe. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like taming a horse.
Uh-huh.
Getting a white belt in your gym, it's like taming a horse. Don't say they are too strong. Don't, if you start putting like beliefs in their heads that will break them for some reason, this is bad thing. Don't say, you're too strong, you should be less strong. Strength is a quality, man. If you are big, if you are strong, there's a potential there. Why are you gonna say, no, 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 don't use your strength? Learn to use your strength.
Yeah.
You have a quality, you have a big potential there. This is what a coach should do, like direct the students into to see what they have, right? Some people come, I'm on the flexible side as well, I'm a yoga teacher as well.
Okay.
Yeah. So I have a yoga background as well. So I'm the flexible guy that lies down in the garden. So if somebody comes with that flexibility as well, you have to tell them, look, there's a potential here, right? So everybody has a different body type and qualities. Just don't suppress that. Like say this is bad to be that big.
No, but I think it's important you said that. It's true because a lot of coaches, you'll come in and they'll say, "Oh, don't use your strength," which is crazy, isn't it? It's stupid. You got to know how to use it properly and your flexibility, speed, energy,
Exactly.
whatever you got to use it, right? If you're
Got to use it. Just teach the person how to use that. That's your job. For fucking sake, it's your job to teach that person to use the best what they have. If they are quick, there's a guy here, he's fire element. I call him. Like I see fire in him. He just doesn't get tired. Amazing. Until I allow he's a purple belt. Until I was tap into that since the white belt. Come on, now direct. Yeah, this way. So you have to shape them into what they can do best, the ways they can express themselves best. Not suppress that. If you suppress that, it becomes unconscious. It becomes a guilty. I'm too strong. Oh, sorry. Big guys excusing themselves all the time. That's terrible. They have to stop excusing themselves. They have to know I'm strong, so I have to be in my body, and I have to know how, when, and where to apply my strength in ways I can perform better. Perform better doesn't mean beating up everybody, smashing, but perform better means having good training, be a contribution for the environment.
use it the right way, right? Not
Using
hurt
the
people.
right way,
Exactly.
except not hurting people, but not applying your pressure when you should be called to be applied just because somebody told you it's wrong.
It's ridiculous to me. But comment below. Tell me what you think about strength and flexibility and all the stuff we spoke about, because I couldn't agree more with Rodrigo here. But some people will go, no, you must use jiu-jitsu and all this kind of shit. But
Exactly, man.
it's not one or the other to me. It's put them together and it's magic. But let's go back a little bit. You mentioned Ido Portal, for anyone who doesn't know. Shout out Ido Portal. I've worked under him over the years a lot. Fantastic movement guy. He's the guy who sort of let me know about you, and not directly, but that's why we're here today because of that. So, how is it training with someone or teaching somebody like Ido? Because he's a phenomenal mover, right? He can do so many amazing things with his body.
He can do crazy stuff. Yeah, he's a very, cannot what I mean. I didn't know him before, right? I didn't know who was Ido Portal. It was very 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 nice the way our friendship developed as well, because I didn't know the person, like the what's the name, the persona, the
public figure,
the public guy. So I didn't know. I just knew after. I don't know. We had each other on Instagram, whatever, and just saw like, what, you are very very famous. So, but yeah, I remember our first class. I was teaching him movements. Like, and he was like, looked really really confused to me. Yeah, because my approach is also, I like teaching a lot of movement patterns, right? Until they become unconscious, and then you can teach them anything. They will do it automatically, right? So I began teaching him some stuff, and he was like, "Come on, I just just goes straight through. And then we start developing, and he learned really quickly, and he could just do sparring. He's a very strong guy, very
Yeah.
strong, but also very disciplined. No?
Yeah.
He you tell him to do something, he just do it, do it, do it. Don't talk, just do it. Just repeat.
Yeah.
Like, I never met anybody so focused.
Wow.
Yeah, so focused. Yeah.
He's an amazing guy because, like, when I met him, like, I went to train under him. He's, for anyone who's commented below about my handstands and things, that's the guy who taught me how to do handstands, muscle ups, all the kind of shit I do. But yeah, he's when I was training with him in Berlin and whatever, it's no joke. It was like 8 hours a day, and it's like you said, focus.
Yeah,
Boom, we switched on.
yeah, he's like this teaching you, but he's also like this learning,
Mm-hmm.
and he demands a lot from you
Demands a lot.
as a teacher, like.
Yeah.
And I like that. I really,
And as a student, I tell you,
Yeah,
he demands a lot. I've never had the pleasure to roll with him jiu-jitsu, but one day we'll get it on, man.
Yeah.
We get it on. But yeah, so the other thing I wanted to ask you about your name, Red Fox, Red
yeah.
Fox BJJ. Where's that come from? What's that about?
Yeah, it was just me asking friends. It was just like that. I mean, apart from my yoga background and all the esoteric shit, I would leave that. But talking to friends, and I said, okay, what kind of animal would describe my jiu-jitsu? The way I roll. And they just many came with, like, not all of them, but many of my friends, rolling friends. It's just like a fox.
No.
Okay. So I would do a logo using a fox, and that's how it became. And if you see the logo, it's also like you look at the logo and you take a few seconds. This is a fox. So some people, they don't even recognize. This is a very funny effect, and others, they just need like 2-3 seconds. Is it a fox?
It's a fox, yeah.
Yeah.
And you designed this yourself, did you?
No, it was a student,
All right, cool.
black belt. Yeah, he's a black belt.
That's cool. So you got your own nickname that you gave. Comment below because I want an animal nickname. Let's see if we can get
exactly.
a good one. I'm opening myself out into some shit now. Right? I'm going to be called all kinds of things. But yeah, give me a nickname, give me an animal, and if it's good, we'll take it on and we'll put it as a part of it. But moving forward, man, what's the plans for your school? Are you keeping one school? Are you looking to expand, or what's the score?
Yeah, there are different plans, but yeah, expanding is on the cards.
Nice. Staying in Berlin or
outside?
Outside, nice.
Yeah, I have some. I'm like, it's just planning phase. Since now I'm just a lot at home, right, taking care of kids. It might take maybe 1 or 2 years. But I'm in talks to people, right? They see the concept, they like the idea, what the dojo has to offer, and they want to kind of open also the dojo, like in that place. So I have 2 places now, but let's see, maybe 1 year, 2025, definitely I can start thinking about that and putting more work on that.
Nice.
But for now, it's just to raise the level from my students here, making them become more better black belts someday. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, just to push the community.
Yeah. Do you ever go back home now, or are you in Berlin full time?
Yeah, I'll be here for a while, man.
Yeah. Do you train jiu-jitsu in Brazil still? Do you go back or no?
That's what I mean. Since 2020, 22, yeah, the last time I've been there, I was training. It was good. I still tap for the Beleza and all the black belts from back then. Yeah, I don't know how they do, man. They still tapping.
That's always the way, though, right? You'll always find someone.
I don't understand. I think really I could overcome them. Like, I was really confident when I came back. That now I have the antidote, to pass that guard. I just kept in the same loop choke, so I didn't learn.
Yeah, there you go. That's life. How about leg locks? Because Brazilians historically, not now, but back in the day, was against leg locks, right? It was like a dirty word. So how's leg locks, man? Are you a leg locker or no?
I love leg locks.
Oh, there we go.
I love
Let's
leg
talk.
locks. I love them. I apply them all the time in my game. If I see the leg, I just take. I don't care about leg locks. So first, the competition I got as a brown belt. Yeah, I finished with the leg lock. The first competition, no gi, I finished also with the leg lock. Back in the day, yeah. You know why? Because everybody was like, they had this prejudice. It's like this kind of like a shadow, They just repress that. They don't They don't allow.
Why is that? Is that like a fear thing? Like because they don't know it, they don't want to know.
Fearful? They don't know. Yeah, I think many people, especially like when you are very long in jiu-jitsu, I have this with all the black belts in me as well. They don't want much change.
Right, because
They
it's always been this way. We want to keep it
it's
this
been
way.
this way, safe that way, so they don't want to learn new stuff. So many people, when once you bring something new to them, they kind of reject. So you better be open-minded when it's about jiu-jitsu. When I first learned about leg locks was 2013, and then first U-hook I learned for real how to apply was 2014, and I was like, wow, this is power, man. This is a lot of power. Nobody's using this. And then it evolved. We have now these Americans doing all the work they did in the last years, and I don't think this is. I'm not afraid of leg locks, to be honest.
Part of the game now, isn't it? You have to. It has
Yeah,
to be part of the game.
I'm not at all afraid. I really love to attack the legs, and I don't know. Like I still have people that are afraid of them, that say, this is dangerous, or no, let's not do that with leg locks. You're a black belt. You're doing no-gi. Come on. So, but it's part of the game. As for me, like no-gi is leg locks, headlocks, back takes, right? So if you have these three things, like to control here, and take the back.
Takedowns too.
Yeah,
Wrestling.
takedowns. I was just like, there's one more. Yeah,
Yeah,
takedowns,
wrestling and stuff is
because
big,
you are
innit?
linking everything. Yeah.
Yeah. But how about, so we got coming up soon, we got ADCC, Craig
Yeah.
Jones Invitational, going at it together, same day, all that kind of shit. But will you be watching this? Are you interested in his stuff, or is it family time?
Family time, and
So you got no opinions on who's going to win?
This year I'm out. I'm really out. It's like it's just the way it is. I just got accepted that one point in your life you have to go out and take care of your family.
course,
Take care
yeah.
of your business, take care of your family,
Uh-huh.
and then I will go back. But that's why
We'll get you back on for 2025, Craig Jones
Exactly,
Invitational.
exactly.
We'll have a countdown to it. But who's the best grappler in the world right now, man? Your opinion?
Well, gi and no gi.
Both, either, whatever.
Because I can say well-rounded.
Let's go gi, no gi, and then overall.
So the one that I really appreciate watching and learning from, and I think it's also a well-rounded guy from gi. It's Tainan Dalbra.
Okay.
I like his style of passing the guard, especially like the way he applies. I mean, he's a complete, but he's a complete fighter as well. He can also play bottom very well, right? So yeah, but there are many guys I like. I mean, it's difficult. Diego Pato is also really awesome. Also for Nogi, yeah, Gordon Ryan, of course. No? But I mean, I'm not talking about him because he's in a special place. Like I'm talking about the normal grapplers.
Yeah. Coming up, it's like still sort of around.
Yeah. Because if you put like Gordon Ryan, of course, these people they're already on their. But yeah,
Different level, and his number,
different level.
He's
Yeah.
clear. But he's. I wanted to ask you about MMA. I can't believe you don't watch MMA. You didn't know who Alex Pereira was.
No, man.
You've ruined my day, man.
I'm dead.
There's a Brazilian light heavyweight champion. He's former middleweight champion, UFC, light heavyweight champion, and talking about going up to heavyweight. He's knocking everybody out. And I had a Brazilian on today. I was excited to talk about.
Yeah, no.
Nothing. He doesn't know Alex Pereira.
I don't know anything. I don't know from 2021 after my first daughter was born.
Forget it. Yeah.
Forget about it, man. I just like I have two kids now. I have one 5 months old and
new one. Nice. Boy or girl?
Sorry?
Boy or girl?
A girl, two girls.
Two girls. Nice.
And yeah, a lot of attention, right? A lot of yeah. So
more kids, or you finished?
I guess I'm finished for real right now. I love my two kids, but yeah, I remember back in the days going to those training camps, and then having all these black belts with the kids, and then me finishing them, sweeping them, balloon, and pa pa. And I was like, come on, what happened? And the guy afterwards with the daughter were going, you know, and the wife screaming at, and I was like, what is going on? What's going on? Now I understand what's going on, you know.
Yeah. A little
Yeah.
bit different, huh?
This first 5 years, you have to give special attention, you know, to form their personality, the
Yeah.
character. It's important to be present.
Yeah.
I don't want to be that present. That's important.
Yeah, it's
Definitely.
important. It's definitely important. All right, how about football? Tell me you're Brazilian and know something about football. Jesus
I know
Christ.
zero about football, dude.
No team.
Zero.
Who's your team? You must have a team.
Yeah, I have a team.
Hey, there
Yeah,
we
I
go. We're
have a
back in
team.
business, kids.
Yeah.
Who's the team?
Look, my team is it's a very unknown team. Like
Okay.
not Flamengo, not. My team is called Paysandu.
Okay.
Dude, this is just like I don't know the third liga or something like
That's a
this.
new answer because I normally ask people on here who their football team is. I've
But
never heard this one before.
Paysandu, if you just try to find Paysandu, you know that's like we've been already like at the top. You know, we've been one of the best, but now we
But not
just
now.
no,
Where are
no.
they? North of Brazil.
Not from Brazil, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
We won already Boca Juniors, you know, from Argentina. There in Argentina, and we've been like South America champions and everything. But now the
But
team
it's
is,
fell off.
yeah, corruption. They all just take the money and
Well,
now
it's a bit like here. I was in Olympia Stadion the other day here in Berlin, Hertha Berlin. They
yeah,
used to be Champions League. When I was a kid, they played my team, Chelsea. They was, they was Ali Dai scored 2 goals against us. They was a good team, and they've fallen right.
yeah,
They're
man.
in the league.
That's
But how about European team? You got a European team or no?
sorry.
Do you support a European team?
Man, I don't know. No.
Congratulations, welcome to the Chelsea
No,
club.
yeah.
You're in.
No. Yeah, now Chelsea maybe. I used to watch football back in the day, you know, but then I don't know after we got lost 7-1 to Germany, you know, and I was here,
Yes, yeah,
and
of course.
and it was like the Germans, yeah, everybody screaming around me, like mobbing me, but they had some, you know, from 2022 because 2002 because we won them in the finals,
yeah.
you know, in Japan and Korea, yeah. They were just like letting it out on me, you know.
Yeah.
We must have won, yeah. In Brazil, I was like, oh my God, I never want to do.
In Brazil as
Yeah,
well,
I
yeah,
don't want
tough.
to. I like leave football to back, put it back in the, you know,
Leave it outside.
live outside. I don't want
Yeah.
to have to see football ever
Is
again.
football still massive in Brazil? It sounds like a silly question, but like UFC and Jiu-Jitsu seems massive now.
Yeah, football has a huge decline.
Decline.
Yeah, since that,
Really?
it was a big shock. Yeah,
Yeah. Because as I said, when I was a kid, Brazil, and it was the generation of Ronaldo, the
exactly.
real Ronaldo Nazario.
That was
Also affectionately known as
gold.
Fat Ronaldo. So look him up.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
the real Ronaldo because when he was in his prime, when I was really young, I was a young kid, but he was like the best player in the world. And probably at his peak, one of the best players of all time. He was unbelievable. So I had the little R9 boots. Remember the R9 boots? You used to wear the football boots and shit. So yeah, I used to love him. And like, even though I'm English, obviously supported England, there was always a bit of and I think everyone at my generation always had like a soft spot for Brazil. You know, we always wanted we always supported Brazil.
It was a golden time, you know, it was beautiful. I came from also even back then from Romario, you know, from
Romario,
'94, you know. So it was a golden time. I was very much like we were very much into football, you know.
Lots of players, Rivaldo. Who
Yeah,
else was around?
Rivaldo, wow,
Danielson, all
yeah,
these
man.
players.
Oh yeah, all them like I don't know, man. It was just a special place in time.
Yeah,
where they
because I
all there.
remember early doors. I was really young. I was about 7, 8 maybe when they lost the final in '98 to France.
I remember that.
And there was a
right?
weird thing going on with Ronaldo, right? There was something
Yeah.
they said he collapsed during the day or he swallowed his tongue. There was all kinds of weird things. And there's the famous videos, you can look this up online, when he's like walking in the tunnel, right? And all the other players look normal and he kind of has like a weird kind of fucking...
out. Yes. If the mind is messed,
Yeah,
I guess his mind wasn't there, you know.
yeah. But he
cannot
won the
perform.
next one, right?
Yeah,
2002, back,
he
2 goals in the
He got
final.
also an injury of his knee,
Yeah,
right?
I think he had 2, right? 2 bad ones.
Like you're never gonna ever play again.
Yeah,
So he
yeah.
came back, you know. So yeah, it was a golden time. Yeah, I still remember 2002 as well when Brazil won. It was early morning there, you know. It was like celebrating. And,
Ah, okay. Yeah,
it
yeah.
was
Because
beautiful.
Brazil knocked England out that one.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
can
do you
see.
remember the goal, the Ronaldinho goal, the strange goal? Remember this one for England? He took a free kick from a long way out, and the keeper kind of stood and like, and it just went. It was a weird
Yeah,
goal, wasn't it?
it is in my memory now. I remember the British. Yeah, okay, I got it. Yeah, true. I remember that.
Because Ronaldinho was another great
Yeah, I
player.
remember that. Yeah, I
And
remember
again,
that.
I said I support Chelsea. I used to go a lot to Chelsea when he was playing for Barcelona, and it seemed like we played him all the time. And I was there when he was like at the top. And he's another one who was like people don't talk about anymore, but he was one of the greatest players
Yeah,
ever.
man.
He was unbelievable.
Yeah, I think so too. Yeah, he was the best of. I mean, that time it was special, you know. But after that, I don't know what happened. I mean, I guess people start studying more. You know, it became football became more systematic. I don't know. They just changed the approach. They studied a lot and they developed tactics and then better training. Became way more professional than it was, I guess. You know, than the 90s and then you know the last century, let's say. So football changed a lot, and yeah, then we lost because I guess Brazilians what we had was this creation. We had some okay there is some game plan.
What do they call it? Jenga? Is it the Jenga?
Yeah, Majinga,
Jenga,
exactly.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
We have some game plan, but you know, let's do our stuff, you know, and it was working.
Yeah, just have fun. They always seem like they're
Just
having
yeah,
fun.
exactly, just have fun, you know. But I associate this also with jiu-jitsu, you know, and what I see, I don't think it's bad, but what is happening to jiu-jitsu also nowadays that development of different systems and making a very mechanical, you know, which is it's good part of progress, but you know, like happened to football as well, right?
Yeah.
But back in the days, they are just saying, "Okay, throw me the ball here. I do whatever I want. I get it back there. Okay, boom. You know,
Yeah.
go. You
Yeah, but
know,
there's something to that, right? When you have fun and you just flow and you just play, I feel
exactly,
that. But also, like we said, the rise of MMA in Brazil has probably taken some people that would have played football into jiu-jitsu and MMA, right?
exactly. They started going more into fighting sports, and then yeah, maybe yeah, that's the talents. The talents just starting
And
going.
European, like the money in European football now is massive, right? So that's probably taken the level of European football up.
Yes, exactly,
So
exactly,
yeah,
exactly.
but
That's
it's
that's the money. The that's what I call like the level of professionalism, the level of just made people study more and develop styles that could just shut all that down and make it a more warfare, you know,
yeah.
and less playful and stuff.
Yeah, and I think you can overtrain people as well from a young age, right? Like kids, if a kid's got a talent, I'm sure you see it in jiu-jitsu. If they've got talent, sometimes you need to be good enough as a coach to just stand back and let them do their thing.
Let them do this thing, just guide this. Just,
Yep.
you don't interfere much. If they are doing the stuff, you just give them the space,
Yeah.
and they will develop it. They will develop their own way. You just have to intervene sometimes and give some guidance and just keep them in. That's what should happen. No?
The famous, do you know what Angelo Dundee is? That he was Muhammad Ali's coach.
Oh,
He had a famous quote. I can't remember it, and again, correct me if I'm wrong, but it was something along the lines of someone asked him once, "How do you coach Muhammad Ali?" And he said, "Listen, I don't coach him. I'm clever enough to stand back and let him do his thing."
let him do this thing. Yeah. Most people most people need to be definitely coached. Most people need a direction, but
But
there are
some people are special, right? Some people are
some
different.
people are just so damn special, and there are some problems also. Some coaches they try to suppress that. No?
Yeah.
You have to let the talent
Yeah.
grow. That's most important.
Yeah.
You have to identify the talent and say, yeah, come on,
Yeah.
open, you go. Yeah, it's like in life also. You with the kids as well. You have to allow them to explore and grow. That's
Yeah.
important, man.
I think so, yeah. Who have you got here, man? Who do we need to shout out? Who's the next star that you're training here?
So who does next?
Who's the next star you've got coming out of BJJ Dojo in Berlin? Who's
We
coming?
we got Aspen was a good training. He just smashed everybody here.
Really?
Espen Mathisen from
No.
he's a very good black belt man. He's
Brilliant.
from Norway, I guess.
Okay.
It's like European champion now, also adult.
Ooh.
And he has a very very unique game of taking the back and doing some berimbolo shit, but really good. Like
Gi or no gi guy?
he is definitely a gi
I was going
guy.
to say
Yeah, yeah,
berimbolo sounds must
yeah.
be
He's
pure
definitely a
gi.
gi guy. I guess he referred no-gi as the dark side.
Really, yeah. There's a lot of that going on. There's a lot.
I don't know why.
There's a lot of that.
I don't know why.
Yeah.
And then no-gi guys, they call gi people like pajama or whatever. Like
Yeah.
why I should train in pajamas.
Yeah.
Come
I
on.
say it too, but I'm joking. I like the gi, But yeah, I'm more of a no gi guy myself. But all right. So tell me, who's the number one Brazilian gi grappler of all time? Your opinion?
I mean, apart from Roger Grace.
Roger Gracie. You've already answered
No,
that. Roger Gracie, number one. There you go.
Yeah, apart from Roger Grace, they're like I mean, in their own styles. Bochecha, for example, also for me was a very talented guy because I could feel that he could improvise in different situations. I could feel like when I was watching him, and I know people like I'm from Checkmate, so I know that's I know that is somehow true that he was just not like improvising. He was just figuring stuff out in real time. It was so difficult to beat him up.
And a big guy who moved well as well, right?
A big guy moving well and with a creative open mind. That's for me a good jiu-jitsu. I like also this systematic guys.
Yeah, okay.
Nowadays jiu-jitsu is being like 50-50, right? There are many people who are very much going from one position to the other, very systematic and beautiful, technically executing stuff. I like that too. But what I like is when I see, okay, you are in a very weird situation. What are you gonna do now? And then something crazy comes, like, come on.
Yeah.
That's for me, wow,
Yeah.
why did you take that out,
Yeah.
And then they go and they do a instructional by Bernardo Faria,
Yeah, of course, yeah.
Okay, guys, the system I invented, what? Come on, you just figured it out.
You made that up as you went. Yeah. So Roger Gracie, you said apart from Roger Gracie, so Roger's number one. How about Hickson? Hickson's big or no?
Nah, Hickson for me, and no, but I mean talking about that generation, yeah. Respecting that side. I mean, I'm talking about from the time I've been active,
Yeah, okay.
But talking from, of course, from that time of all time, from that time, yeah, Hickson. Right?
Yeah,
Hickson, he changed everything.
Of course, no gi.
No gi.
Who's no gi? Who's no gi? That was gi. Who's no gi?
But Hickson was everything.
Hickson, yeah, okay.
Hickson was everything. No gi, porrada, MMA, whatever you put him.
Not even MMA. What do you call?
Pride. He was doing
Vale
Tudo, whatever. That's just for me. That's why I like on him because self-defense, whatever. Put
Hickson fight on the beach.
Put him in whatever scenario he's gonna perform, and that's for me the beauty of a real black belt.
Okay.
That's for me the archetype of a black belt.
Can adapt to anything. And Roger was a bit like that too, right? Roger Gracie was a little bit. He's no gi. MMA, he was good. Not great in the UFC, but he still
He still did his career in the UFC. Didn't succeed. I guess he got maybe wrong preparation. I think he wasn't fit for the job, but because of I guess. Who am I to tell this? But what I could see, I have eyes, no? I see. I guess he wasn't well prepared.
I think he fought in the wrong weight class too. I think he was too light.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
If you ever see Roger Gracie in person, he's fucking huge.
Yeah,
man.
he's huge. Yeah,
and he was fighting at middleweight in the UFC. He had one fight in the UFC. It was middleweight, 84 kilos. For anyone that doesn't know, now how the fuck he ever made 84 kilos is insane. Because how big is he walking around? He's 100 something.
He's
right?
big.
He's big.
Also him. Yeah. That's what I mean with the wrong preparation, wrong advice, wrong. I don't know. I mean, of course, he has awesome coaches. I'm not criticizing the coach, but sometimes we make some wrong decisions. I believe on his path to MMA. Maybe it was too early or too wrong. Or just said wrong division. Yeah, but it wasn't.
I think sometimes as well, people can over prepare. You try and do too much. You try and get like every little thing perfect. And because you try so hard at that, you're not really worried about what you should be worried about. Whereas if you look at some simple people, like Khabib, for example, in the UFC, have you ever seen the interview where they ask him about his recovery and all this kind of shit?
Yeah.
It's funny. They're sitting there like this and they say, tell us, what do you eat? Oh, your recovery. And do you do the ice chamber? He sits there and he goes, brother, listen. He says, I train, I eat, and I sleep.
Exactly.
That's it.
That's simple.
Simple, and it seemed like it worked out for him, right?
And he's doing simple stuff.
Yeah,
Khabib is doing simple stuff.
Yeah.
Also, one of the guys I really enjoyed back in the day. So like when I was more watching, was Demi Maia as well.
Yeah, another legend, right?
Yeah, He's a very like also a figure that I really think like very simple jiu-jitsu applying to MMA perfectly.
Yeah.
You know.
And he had more success when he almost went back to jiu-jitsu, right? Because there was a period of time when he was losing because he was trying to be a striker and he was trying to do all like the whole MMA thing. But when it seemed like, and obviously I can't speak for him, I don't know what he did, but it seemed like he just cut the bullshit and said, I'm just going to go back to what I'm good at.
Just
And it
go
was
to
take
jiu-jitsu.
down, pass, finish.
Yeah, yeah. That's something you have to be comfortable in what you know, like if you're a good striker, just stick to your strike. I mean, of course, you should learn jiu-jitsu, but just stick to what you're good at.
Yeah, you can get good enough to avoid it as well, can't you? You know what I mean? You
Exactly,
can get
good
good enough
enough
to
to
stop.
avoid it. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Just stay where you feel good. Like if you feel good on the ground, it's a problem. Many grapplers trying to go to MMA as well because they get this kind of that's what I believe is wrong advice. Nowadays, everybody's doing like that.
Yeah.
Ah, dude, you know,
Yeah, crazy
this is
mentality.
if somebody's coming to you and say everybody's doing like that, so we should better do like that.
Find a
You
new coach.
stop, find another coach, man. A good coach never say that everybody's doing like that. That's why we have to do this. But good coach sees you, what are you good at? Okay, what you have to avoid? Okay, so you're gonna grow in what you're good at, and you're gonna be very careful with you on things you should avoid. Okay, so you're gonna have a successful path.
Yeah.
But stay where you are.
Yeah.
Don't go around. Just stay where you are.
Yeah. Well, going back to Hickson Gracie, he said something once along the lines of like he learns kickboxing not to be a kickboxer. He learns it to know what he's going to do so he can apply his jiu-jitsu, which is simple, but it's common sense, isn't it? You know what I mean?
Exactly.
If you're so good somewhere and you can get someone to this position, I mean, hey, why you need to learn all the fancy shit?
Exactly. That's why I also back in days, I can remember many years ago, I was training MMA and training with MMA people as well. So I have a very poor boxing. Just have to confess, my boxing. Vitor Belfort,
Of course, yeah, absolutely.
that style.
Boom, 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 boom.
That's it. And sometimes I don't know. That's what's the striking problem with me because then I get personal. If I get hit, it becomes. But jiu-jitsu never happens with me. I can get knee on my face, elbows, whatever.
It's just part of it.
Just part of
Yeah.
okay, let's go. But I don't know if I'm standing boxing with somebody, it just hits my face, and then the anger comes, and I start like beautiful for.
But it's because grappling, you're expert, right? You know it doesn't matter. You're going to get them in a minute anyway, so who cares? Whereas boxing, when you're fresh, someone hits your face, maybe you can't do anything about it.
Exactly. So, and then, but yeah, then my tactics was very much like beautiful for, or like my MMA training was like this, just beautiful for corner, 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 bring him down. So, but I think also think like okay, I need to train this. I need to understand this because I was afraid I was like purple brown belt when I was training MMA. I'm afraid of becoming black belt and not knowing this.
Yeah, I see.
What kind of black belt am I gonna be if I don't know this?
Yeah.
If somebody comes to my gym like a guy from Chechnya, me, I'm a boxer, I'm a MMA, and then puts his gloves here and wants to do a no-gi with combat, and I say no, bro, no, sorry, this is not allowed. Come on.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm gonna have to put my
Of
gloves.
course, you got a T-shirt. You remember Khabib with a T-shirt? You remember when he weighed in? Have you seen this one?
Yeah,
He steps
yeah.
on the scales. He's got a T-shirt on that says, "If Sambo was easy, it'd be called Jiu-Jitsu."
Jiu-jitsu, exactly, man.
Ooh.
Come on, you are gonna allow this, man?
Can't have that.
You can't have that.
Can't have that.
And I believe that's what happens to jiu-jitsu. I mean, came from the 90s, that wild 90s, that was completely opposite what is today, right? But it came to a point also where people are, which is fine, but it's very, very soft at this point, They say, no, but this is, I pull guard and I do this and I have the spider guard.
Yeah.
Yeah, nice. It is a game, but are you learning something from that game or you're just playing the game for itself?
Yeah, you have to be careful, right? Because you can go down that road of just like theory but doesn't work.
Yeah, then you get trapped in your mind. It becomes like play a video game. You just stay in the front of the screen, but are you really taking that for your life?
Yeah.
Like, are you able to translate what you're learning into different situations, or you're just confined into the lapel guard?
Because you can hide too, can't you? Some of the gi specialists, they can get in a habit of like hiding from the fight, innit? You know what I mean?
Exactly, and and then one advantage. I won
Yeah,
that advantage.
yeah.
So I admire. I like competition as well. But sometimes I get really like I'm a little bit like Rickson Grace at that point.
Yeah.
Sometimes it gets like, come on, dude. I've been fighting Europeans as well, and then I lost by one advantage because somebody just wraps the lapel. No, like, it is a survival technique.
Yeah.
You gotta survive. You gotta disqualify that guy. Move on. You want to go to your gold. Valid.
Yeah.
100%. You should do it. If you need to do it to win, I don't criticize the guys that win by one advantage all their fights and get to the podium. They did what they needed. They maybe are not as proficient technically. They're not as good technically. They just figured out a thing that could stall the match and disqualify everybody to get their gold. I don't criticize them. I just don't like, this approach.
He doesn't criticize. I criticize them. How about that?
Yeah.
No, but like I was at a competition in London recently called Entity, and it was really good. It was run by a friend of mine, the Ronin. Shout out to the Ronin. He invited me there. I was commentating, and it was no points, no nothing. Referee's decision, bang, and it was really fucking good. 5-minute round, go. And because of that, people are going fucking crazy.
I like that style. I
Yeah,
prefer
it was
that.
great. Honestly, it was so entertaining because there was a lot of matches on that were white belt. I think it was. I don't think it went higher than purple belt, but there was a lot. But it was so fun to watch because you got 5 minutes, and these guys, plus some of them wear their white belts, they don't know how to conserve their energy. It was like bang. It was like
Go on, and
and it was great. And there was a lot of submissions. There was a lot of. It was just entertaining to watch because at the end of the match, they both stand there. Ref goes, "You win." And boom, finished.
exactly. So there are these two kinds of formats. The classical format that gives some kind of safety for practice, ties you in a point score system, but allows you to create things that stop completely the fight.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, big time.
You just don't fight, and you be seeing this a lot, especially when the levels go high, that they get to one point where they cannot push, beyond that. They just hold.
Yeah.
And this is a more wild risk-taking format that I like better.
Yeah.
Which is
I think everybody does, except the person that wants to hide from the fight when they've got an advantage or something, right? If you're gonna watch it, no one wants to watch that. No one wants to watch someone wrap someone and hold. And he wins by advantage, yeah. Like, no one wants to watch that, right?
It's terrible to watch. But I understand what these guys are doing. They wanna get a gold medal to say they are a champion.
Yeah, and that can change your life then, because
change
then
their life.
then you're world
Exactly.
champion.
They world champion. They get a promotion on that, marketing on that. I agree with them. They should do it. If what I'm not. Who am I to criticize that? I'm not criticizing. I'm not like judging. If I perceive that I'm judging too much, then I do better. I coming from my yoga background as well. Now, better take a breath. Okay, what is the thought pattern is telling me? Whatever, it's another conversation. But what I believe is that it's not what I like. If I'm fighting, like I've been also to, as I said, to the Europeans, right, many times, or fighting competitions, and of course it was my mistake also falling in the game. But sometimes you get in the game there, and the person doing nothing.
Yeah.
It's just pretty annoying, and then they put you in the 50-50, something like this, and then you fall on the ground, and then I want to submit, you want to take your foot, and then they just hide, and then they go back again. Of course, if you are ignorant, if you don't understand the game that they are playing, and you fall into the game, it's your problem, right? So you should be home, or But do you want to play that game or not? Maybe you can also choose not to play that game. Just say, that's what you want to do here.
But I think there's a mindset thing with it, and like Danaher spoke about this to Joe Rogan when he was saying like it's like I can't remember how he worded it exactly, but it was like it's an honor thing. You know what I mean? You should try. You should try and win. None of this like points and
No,
settle.
exactly. That's what I mean. Then you either you decide to play that game or go home. If you wanna play that game and you lose by one advantage, it's your fault. You better figure out a way to beat that thing.
Yeah.
You know.
But also, it's like if you look at Andre Galvao when he lost to Gordon Ryan in the last
Oh
ADCC.
yeah, I saw that fight.
But I admired his tactics in that fight because it was like, I'm here. And he tried, you know what I'm saying? He didn't just do the, because everyone thought he was going to lose, right? And he was a big underdog. They spoke a lot of shit. They slapped each other, I think, or something. But he didn't come out and give it the whole, like, jiu-jitsu and fucking height. He came at it, didn't he? He tried, you know? And I think that's
the right
way.
mindset. That's
It's
the
the
right
right way.
mindset.
That's
Yeah,
what I'm
of
trying to get
course.
at. Yeah, it's the
That's
right way.
mindset. If you are in a fight, man, you have to express that. It's just, you know, we express ourselves in different ways, right? So, for me personally, and when you are fighting, also when I'm fighting, I'm giving everything. I'm putting my life here. I'm giving everything, like that, and that's so for me. That's the way of expressing that, you know.
Yeah.
Whatever it is you want to express, but you expressed it. But some people they have other kinds of ways of working in that. No? I don't know. They are like more strategists.
And a lot of people like to make excuses today as well, don't they? I lost, but because of this, and this. Whereas I think sometimes there's honor in you lose, but you tried, really tried.
Yeah, it's okay.
No excuses.
Exactly.
You tried.
You try exactly. You do what you can do there, and that's fine. You know,
That's
go
it.
home
I think
and
so.
you
so.
try again. You improve. That's the thing. Many people they also very. I see especially like students, new students. You know, they come and they don't have a competition experience, but they have the sparring experience, and they are afraid of failure. You know, they're afraid of losing. That's the first thing you should learn in jiu-jitsu is that you lose and you try again. You lose and then you try again.
I think it happens sometimes when someone gets the blue belt too, because now they're like, oh, I've got responsibility now. I'm whatever, and I can't. You know what I mean? And that's when I see it sometimes.
What is happening? You get a blue belt. In my concept of jiu-jitsu, my training concept, the blue belt is a beginner level.
Yeah.
When I give a blue belt, I just say, look, you are now in the second stage of beginner level. Yeah. Purple is a beginner intermediate. Brown is intermediate, advanced, and the black is an advanced. So when you get your blue belt, you're a beginner. I always, when I graduate, we have a nice graduation ceremony here. A lot of people. Master Rico Vieira comes now from the head coach of Checkmate, and we do a nice ceremony here. And I always repeat the same thing. Blue belt, congratulations, you just get to beginner level 2, you know. But I feel that many they stop, or some they switch to no gi. You know why? Because there's no belt.
And that's what you get to. They don't tell you what belt they are. They tell you how long they've been training.
Exactly.
They go, I've been training a year.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah. There's a white belt with blue belt, and and this very I don't remember how it was with me. It's been long ago when I got my blue belt. I don't know. I was just doing that. I was just enjoying. I was every day eating a lot of acai because Brazil have acai. You know acai, right?
Right, acai today, man. Don't worry about that.
I
The
love
Juicery Berlin, shout out.
Juicery, yeah.
I'm doing a podcast tomorrow with the owner, so we're going to talk.
Say hello for me.
Yeah, I'll say hello for you. So we're going to do that tomorrow. But I went there, so I had acai bowl there. Yeah.
Perfect. Yeah, the acai bowl there is really good. I really liked.
They got two as well. They got a jiu-jitsu specific one, right?
Yeah, so long ago that I've been there. I mean, it's like since 2021, everything since my daughter was born.
Right.
Yeah. But yeah, say hello to me.
Yeah, I would do.
Yeah, then was just living that life, and I was playing in a band as well, like punk style. Right?
Okay. Wow, a bit different. You've done everything, man. Fucking yoga.
Yeah. I played also in a punk rock band. Yeah.
That's cool, man. That's cool. So a kid comes through the door here. Not a kid, but young man, young lady, sort of 18, 20. They come here, they're athletic, they're strong. How do you start teaching them, man? How does it go for you day one, your new student?
Yeah, we have.
And sorry, the reason I asked you that, not just the normal, because there's a lot of people that come in, not just here, but any jiu-jitsu school that's maybe 30, 40, they work in a bank, they have a normal job. It's a different thing. I'm talking about a kid that comes here to you, he's 18, 20, or she is 18, 20, comes in, they want to compete, they're fresh, they're raw. How's it
Yeah.
start?
So first of all, I always talk to them and say, did you already do any martial art? Or in sports. Some did sports, some did no sports. If they did nothing, no sports, and they want to compete, they have their energy. I respect that, I appreciate, and I warn them. I say, look, you just watched another podcast about jiu-jitsu,
Yeah.
and now you're excited to try. But in reality, this is a lot of focus, and self-control, and time you have to put into this. You're gonna make it. You're gonna be whatever, you can be whatever you want to be. If you want to be world champion, you're gonna be it. Just it's not about me. It's about you. Yeah. Do you commit? So many they get like oh, maybe I just wanna train for fun. All right. So but I want to really feel from you what you want, because I can give to you, but you have to tell me exactly who you want to be, because when I see a student, I see everybody, right? Can be anything. If somebody comes here, you see millions of possibilities for that future. Like for you see that person, a black belt, strong, somebody who just gave up second week. You see everybody. I just give you an option from those millions of characters here. Who you gonna be? Who is the person you wanna be? If you say I want to be that person, okay, let's work to make you become that person. But at the end, it's about you. It's not about me. It's me giving you the space, time, some guidance, some experience sharing. But you need to have that drive to go on. I just give you the roads. I can open the path in the forest. See, I open for you, take down some trees and show you, look, that's where you should go. But it's your path, man.
Yeah, amazing. So you give them that belief that you come through these doors, you can,
You can
sky's the limit.
the sky's the limit. You can be whatever you want to be. You can be, because I believe jiu-jitsu can change you, really, to become whatever you want to be. That's my opinion. That's why I'm doing this.
I don't think people realize that don't train jiu-jitsu, how much it can do for you outside as well. Forget the techniques and whatever.
Exactly.
You see that you start to see the world differently, right? Things start to click for you.
Exactly. That's for me the biggest gift of jiu-jitsu, right? There's that expansion that gives to you of who you can be. And the moment you enter a training, you were zero. You just are just destroyed, smashed all the time. You need to understand a lot of stuff and to stay calm under that pressure, survive, breathe, and then thrive. So, and then that's where the trap lies. Many people stop there, and not in the sense that they stop jiu-jitsu, but they stop in that development. They get out of that terrible, nasty moment, and they start learning, and then they get trapped into the techniques, and then they get trapped into the game, which is beautiful. I love the game of jiu-jitsu. That's why we're doing here every day. But this is the game, right? So many of them, and I've been talking also to black belts, to champions, to world champions. I've been talking to many people. Many don't pass that stage. They get hooked in the technique. So I had a good friend as well. He's in a very bad problem now. Extremely talented black belt from European podium, gi no gi, and I gave him some advices. I told him, like, look, you come to this gym because it's not for me. He's opening his own gym, and but he's facing issues now, private issues, and they say, like, look, you come to this gym, you give a hard work to everybody here, all the like I train with you, I just end up the train like wanting to throw out. You are so good at what you're doing, so strong. But there's something about you. You haven't learned to use that at all. You are stuck in that. You see, you are doing self-sabotage, no?
Yeah.
You are destroying your own private life with stuff, with addictions, with patterns from your childhood, whatever, and you don't get out of that situation. Like you don't apply jiu-jitsu there. You apply jiu-jitsu to win a competition. That's the easy part, man. Come on, you just go gym, deadlift, or you're ready. You know.
Yeah.
But how can you change your life? Make that person that's struggling from the bottom and come to thrive in life. How can you make that through jiu-jitsu? You learn this here. You just have to be like, I don't know if it's the word is smart, intelligent, or if it's sensible enough to translate that knowledge.
Yeah.
You learn a game, you apply that game in your life. If you cannot do this, then it's useless. You are not that useless. You're gonna be in shape. You're gonna have fun, but it's gonna end up there, man.
Yeah.
You're gonna
Just
have
a hobby.
It's a hobby. You're gonna have a trip in there. That's cool. Yeah, let's talk about De La Riva. Stay 3 hours seminar with the Mendes. The Miao De La Riva. Bang, you getting here. Also, I love that as well. I love to have these trips of techniques and stuff. But that's all you get. You cannot translate this into a more deep, and I think and change the life, and also help other people also seeing that, helping them also become black belts. Say, come on, understand what you're learning here is for your life. Otherwise, man, just gonna be a strong, fit, and gonna have fun, which is awesome as well, But you're just getting 1% of 100, 1% of everything.
Boom.
Yeah.
Yeah. Amazing. I think that's a good place to leave it, man. Fantastic listening to you speak there. Before we finish up, mate, is there anything you want to shout out? I will put all your website, how to reach the gym, Instagram, all that kind of stuff. I'll put that below in the description. But is there anything else you want to shout out before we finish?
Yeah, you should definitely, if you're in Berlin, you definitely come to train with us. We are the best here, so the best community. It's the best studio, the most beautiful place, the nicest atmosphere. You're not gonna regret, right? So yeah, that's it. My job, my life.
Boom.
Oh man.
Nice. I'll be back soon, man. I'm gonna come here and train with you.
Yeah, perfect.
Pleasure to be on the mat with you guys. But
you.
thank you very much, man. I really appreciate you doing this.
Thank you.
Hands up like this, man. We always finish.
Oh, it's
Squeeze the neck. Boom.
boom.